Hello, welcome to Phantasy Star Online 2. Xiao's gone. Sort of. He's kind of sleeping inside, Sarah. But Shiva now has control of the mothership.
Sierra, what's going on? Unidentified warp detected. Initiating telescopic imaging.
And she has her own fleet
What
now.
is that? An unknown fleet? It's Shiva, the goddess of Annihilation's fleet. So, the Armada of Annihilation? More importantly, it appears to be packed with hostile signals.
They mean to pursue us. Thorough, aren't they?
Clara's Craze and I will use our fleets to draw them away.
Huey and I know how to put on a good light show, so we'll be perfect decoys.
Huey! Claire's craze!
No need to worry, predecessor. When Huey and I are together, we can't be beat.
Exactly. We're invincible. We'll keep the troops all fired up too. Leave the fighting to the Combat Bureau. You all focus on doing what we can't do.
Guess I'll join them then. I've said my piece. All that's left is to have a blast shooting up some baddies. Shiva, goddess of annihilation, has been defeated. We
Not
did
quite.
it. And all because we were united as one. Excellent work. And welcome back, Guardians.
I had a feeling you'd show up. I'd ask what you want, but it's obvious. You want to know about Shiva, yes? I'm as informationally challenged on that front as you are, sadly. Harriet told you most of it already. I created Harriet. She was the ultimate photon vessel. Undoubtedly my greatest masterpiece. The vessel gained a sense of self, a will, not unlike the birth of intelligence itself. Shion's beginnings, the sudden birth of intelligence within the oceans. I recreated that phenomenon. If not for those pompous barbarians who saw her as a mere vessel, she would have attained omniscience. I had the time, the technology, the Akashic records to use as a model. And yet, the people wished for an instant solution. They ripped the original soul from the vessel, poured photons into it, and used it as bait. Bait for the profound darkness, which exists to expunge photons. Their plan succeeded. The profound darkness entered the vessel, gained intelligence, and was bound to its physical form. All that remains was to dispose of the body. But the barbarians miscalculated. The entity now known as Shiva had attained the ability to understand others. She left the Dark Falls, cancerous outgrowths of mortal desires, to tie her to this universe, all in anticipation of her eventual return. And that is what we are. So, a rather pathetic tale, is it not? Relating it to you is my way of thanking you. As a person, as Luther. You saved Harriet's soul. Knowing that has been most beneficial to me. Shion was naturally aware of her as well, I suspect. Which is why they were sympathetic.
Thanks for the clarification. It's useful having him inside you.
Attention operatives! I know it's not easy, but this is a critical moment. Cooperate, and we'll get through this.
Phew. I think that's a wrap for the ship-wide announcements.
It's a real good thing we rescued her all the way back in episode 2. It's almost like she predicted this.
You must be exhausted, Ook.
Well done, Ulf. But by the way, the Guardian's here.
Oh, welcome aboard. Sorry we're putting so much pressure on you.
I like this song, by the way.
We'll do what we can to help. I know we'll succeed if it's a team effort. My next task is to get the fleet up to... oh dear. I'm getting dizzy all of a sudden.
Ulf!
Jeez, are you okay? Just got a little lightheaded there for a second. Thanks, Theo.
You can't just laugh this off, Ulf. You're pushing yourself way too hard.
Oh, is that how it looks?
You have to know your limits. If you keep this up, you're seriously going to pass out.
But if I don't make it count now, we're finished. This is no time to take a break.
You're right. We'll do it together then. Whatever it takes.
Oh my gosh, what is this, Theo? Usually you'd try to stop me, or shy away when things get tough.
Indeed. The old me would have forced you to take a break. Or just get depressed that I couldn't help. I'm still anxious about a lot of things, but knowing how committed you are makes me want to help you even more. I made a decision to be with you, Ulk. And moments like these are exactly why. Whoa, hey! You all right, Ulk?
I'm fine, just fine. In fact, I feel like I can do anything now. Thanks, Theo.
It's nice you two are hitting it off, but can you save it for another time?
I feel sorry for you.
Oh, why would you feel sorry for me? It's not like I'm jealous or anything. Not in the slightest.
Sorry. I had you all worried for nothing. I'm completely fine now. Time to get to work. I know we can overcome this and regain control of our future.
Do, 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 do.
Those photoners were remarkably strong, weren't they? Just like with Shiva and Mitra, they seem to be absorbing our photons to cancel out attacks. Can all photoners absorb photons like that?
If I had to guess, it's Shiva's protection.
What do you mean?
Shiva is the only photoner who can absorb photons naturally. She exists to contain all photons, to absorb them. And so she does. But it seems Shiva is capable of sharing this gift with her allies. The goddess's divine protection, if you will.
Does that mean all of Shiva's allies are capable of absorbing photons?
Correct. Each photoner varies in capability, however. They're far from invincible.
Oh, really?
Yes. Each photoner appears to have a certain tolerance for photon absorption. An attack that exceeds this photonic tolerance level should be able to harm them. We already have proof of this. You were able to defeat those photoner troops, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. They were pretty strong, but we did manage to beat them. So, if we can just hit Shiva with something that exceeds her tolerance for photons...
Yes. It should be possible to defeat her. That said, Shiva is the profound darkness incarnate. She was created to contain all photons. We require enough strength to exceed such titanic photonic power.
That's gonna be tough, huh?
I can do it.
Whew. Glad that's over with. ARC's independent operating codes. Never thought those would need to be used.
Excuse me.
Oh, hi, Kostra. What do you need?
My presence is unwanted as always. I see. No matter. Excellent timing. I can get you both up to speed. We still can't predict what will happen, but the situation has settled down a bit. Firstly, Shiva and her forces now have complete control of the mothership. We're referring to it as Mothership Shiva, and are currently searching for its whereabouts. Each ARC ship is operating independently. I imagine you're well aware of this, Sierra.
Right. There was some commotion at first, but everything's stable now.
ARC suffered overall losses of 40% in the last battle, including significant casualties. We're also currently investigating the enemies Shiva brought with her.
Those machine-looking thingies? Are they photoners too?
We can't say at this point. Reports indicate they have no will of their own, however.
So they're mechanical weapons? Hey, looks like some data came in. Ah! Too much data! Ah! Kosra! What's with all this data?
My oral reports only cover the bare essentials. You may peruse this data for a more complete picture. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Why does he always send it in such a disorganized state? Would it kill him to do some basic organization?
Do 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 do.
Those machine-like enemies we fought on the mothership were really powerful, weren't they? The ones Shiva brought with her? They're under analysis as we speak, but we honestly don't know much about them at this point. Really? Yep, no signs of life, so it's clear they're autonomous mechanical weapons at least. But their structure and materials employ technology ARCS is unfamiliar with. Mechanical weapons created with unknown technology. We're calling them Lumen Mechs for now. Their mobility, armor, and destructive power were all off the charts. Who could possibly create such a thing?
They were created using photoner technology.
Photoner technology's still way outside our grasp, I take it.
So it would appear. Even the latest ARCS-developed technology is easily outstripped by outdated photoner weaponry. Almighty mechanical weapons, created with ancient cutting-edge technology to defeat the profound darkness. The corrupted were used to seal away the profound darkness by Shiva and placed under her control.
They've been further enhanced by the profound darkness's corruption. So they're already tough enough, and Shiva's powered them up even more?
How are we supposed to fight them?
We managed to defeat them once.
Right, their armor was thick, but striking their flashy red sections seemed to hurt them.
Maybe their armor was forcibly removed to receive Shiva's corruption. Whatever the case, I'm sure they're aware of it. Any weapon worth its salt will attack while keeping its weak points hidden.
But if we can somehow exploit those weak points, we can beat them. Once we have that figured out, we'll be fighting on a much more level playing field.
Damn that Shiva lady! Our photons don't work? How is that even remotely fair? We all did the best we could, and we couldn't even make a dent in them. Boss, it just sucks. I let everyone down again, and it feels like I'm useless to the cause. What was I supposed to do?
We'll figure it out.
Thank you, boss. That's very comforting to hear. I refuse to give up. I know we can still do something. I know I can still do something. Instead of just taking orders, I want to use my own judgment and make decisions I won't regret. I may not be the toughest operative around, but I'm gonna think this through and fight with everything I've got. If I'm lucky, maybe I'll even earn a compliment or two from you, boss. Wait, I didn't mean that. Not sure where that came from. Anyway, I'm gonna go make myself useful. See you later, boss.
Alright, that wraps up Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Start with the sub-story.
Oh, hey, so Shao's back, is he?
That's after it. Alrighty. Man, I wish they would mark these like 2-1, 2B, or 2A. Well, I'm gonna stop this part here because missions tend to be long. Thanks for watching.